After the Immigration and Reform Control Act of 1986, some 2.7 million illegal aliens became American citizens. Provisions under the law guaranteed heavy enforcement on employers who hired undocumented workers. However, except for some high-profile raids, Immigration and Customs Enforcement has done very little as illegal aliens continue to flood into the border states and employers willing to hire them. Almost overnight, the faces in the service industry began to change, most noticeably in fast food. Once upon a time, McDonald's restaurants had a reputation of hiring young people. On McDonald's corporate website, they spotlight Karen King and her success story as a swing manager. She states on the bio, and I quote, "I learned life skills I could apply at any swing manager level and beyond," unquote. Oh, by the way, this was 1975, when McDonald's actually did serve our community with jobs for our young. But greedy franchise owners have found that they can hire an illegal alien at poverty scale and pass the health insurance on to the state, as the Karen Kings are no longer seen behind a McDonald's counter. But let's focus our attention on a poster boy employer who can't get enough third-world cheap labor. Luther W. Mack Jr. is founder and president of Mack Associates & Company. His company has owned and operated McDonald's franchise in Nevada since 1975. No stranger to the system, Mack sits on a number of committees, board of directors, and has served on the Nevada State Athletic Commission for 13 years. Mack has also held positions in government agencies, including the Nevada Department of Employee Security. A tip from a woman who received tax forms reporting employment at McDonald's where she wasn't working sparked a 5-month investigation. On September 27, 2007, Immigration and Customs Enforcement raided 11 McDonald's restaurants in Reno, Sparks, and Fernley, Nevada, 10 owned by Mr. Mack. Agents made at least 56 arrests at the restaurants and the Mack Associates franchise headquarters in Reno, according to Fox News. Suspected illegal aliens were using the false identification as a cover for their McDonald's jobs. According to the news agency, Luther Mack said, quote, "As an employer, I do not knowingly hire or employ undocumented or unauthorized workers," unquote. Shocked, I tell you. Come on, Luther. Your impressive resume lay bare that you weren't born yesterday, and neither are we, sir. Of course, Lisa Howard, a spokesman for McDonald's Corporation, was quick to distance the company from Luther Mack's questionable hiring practices. She said, quote, "This is a local situation with a local operator," unquote. ICE will not likely conduct any further investigations on Mr. Mack. Case closed, and a get-out-of-jail-free card for Luther W. Mack Jr. Here's how it works, folks. A peasant from Latin America will pay a coyote X amount of pesos to get the family across the border into the United States. The coyote may recommend sources of guaranteed employment, like McDonald's or Tyson Chicken. You get the point. Once across the border, they are connected with an ID shop, soon obtaining illegal identity, social, and voila, get that whopping 8-per-hour job at a McDonald's restaurant. Of course, I could really bore you with the statistics about untreatable tuberculosis and other infectious diseases brought in from south of the border. But I'll just let you ponder as you watch the illegal alien food preparer putting his hands in and around your hamburger patty as he is preparing your hamburger. Now, of course, you nor I could live on $8 per hour, but if a newly arrived immigrant share a house in your neighborhood with 50 families, we now have affordable housing. And it still beats the squalor conditions of their wretched homeland, often lacking running water and sewage. And poverty lords like Luther Mack can enjoy his rich, gated, secluded community, while your blue-collar neighborhood quickly turns into a run-down third-world dump, thanks to your local McDonald's and like businesses. If police departments across the U.S. began working with ICE and actually assisted on the employer crackdown as promised over 20 years ago, a huge dent could be made in curbing the immigration crisis. But what do our police heroes have to say about reneging on their sworn duties? Just listen to Los Angeles Police Chief William Bratton's arrogant response in a talk show from a caller's complaint that his department has done nothing.
If you don't like it, leave the state.
Yes, that's right, folks. Mr. Bratton is armed with Special Order 40 under his utility belt, a police mandate adopted in the late 70s by former Los Angeles Police Chief Daryl Gates and the LA City Council. It prevents his officers from inquiring of the immigration status of arrestees. Support your local police. And if you don't like their inept policies, leave the state and take your tax dollars with you.